The Peak District of Derbyshire is one of Britain's national parks, attracting visitors from far afield. At its heart lies the village of Eyam. This was home for Michael Boulton for 2 years from 1987. The countryside had become a sanctuary for Michael. He spent hours on his own in the hills around his home. A rather shy young man, more at ease with nature and with himself than with the company of other people. He'd been in care since he was 2, but he'd now settled in with his new foster parents and things seemed to be going well.
Michael was a quiet boy, a loner. Michael was trusting. He was very good with animals and our children, our young children. And he was also good with me. You know, we had a good relationship where, because of his past, had been quite traumatic. He'd been in quite a number of homes, and they'd all broken down. So Michael coming to live with us was like a last resort. If it didn't work with us, he would stay in a children's home. And we'd got him to the fact where he would give me a kiss and a cuddle to go to bed at night, which for Michael was very good, because his problems were coming to terms with why everybody in his past had rejected him over the years. But we had it put in writing that Michael wouldn't leave us, no matter what. And from then on, things were good. And we miss him very much. He liked jogging, and he was in training at the time he went missing to take part in our annual fell race. He used to take pride in his running and set himself targets that each run he did, he would do quicker each time, leading up, of course, to the fell race.
Michael's running was distinctive. He'd swing his arms around like windmills, running and always seeking somewhere to belong.
Michael was a religious boy and went to church regularly too. The reason being that religion was the only stable thing Michael had ever had in his life.
He did have something of a stable job, though. At weekends, he worked at the local pub, doing odd jobs for the landlord.
Hello, Michael. How are you getting on?
Oh, all right.
What have you done so far?
I've just been cleaning up for one day.
Yeah. OK. Do you think you'll have time to do a bit in the car park?
I don't know.
If you have time. I know it's a big job, but if you can, a little bit at a time, at least we get it done in the end.
It's now Sunday, the 7th of May, the day that Michael disappeared. It was the first sunny weekend of last year, and he was working outside all day.
Well, on the Sunday, he came to carry on from where he left off on the previous day, removing the docks out of the croft, principally in the hen run there. And he didn't sign out until 3 o'clock. He just signed out and went, you see, and he didn't collect his money, which was available for him, you see, which we usually give to him on the Sunday. He was due to £16. But he left word with the girls in the kitchen that he was coming back to finish at a later time and would collect his money then.
Michael left the pub just after 3 o'clock, but nothing seemed unusual. In the village square, he met Joan Plant, whose husband runs the local football team.
Hi, Michael. Are you going to come and play football for us tomorrow night, for the under-16s?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not very good at football.
Oh, of course you're good. You were brilliant on Friday. We couldn't have done without you.
Do you think so?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I don't know. I would have just been working all day.
Oh, OK, then. We'll see what you can do. If you can make it, come to the car park for 5:30.
Yeah, all right. That's
OK.
all right.
Look forward to seeing you.
OK.
OK, love. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
That was the last known conversation with Michael Boulton, though there were hundreds of visitors to Eyam that day and thousands in the Peak District who might have seen him. Were you there? Could you have seen Michael that Sunday, on May the 7th, somewhere in the area? Michael was seen in the vicinity by the people in this car, heading back to Eyam through the neighbouring village of Stony Middleton. Corinne Simpson worked part-time at the pub.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Sunday afternoon.
Great.
Oh, I wonder what Michael's doing down here.
Who's Michael?
He works up at the Miners' Arms.
It's possible Michael carried on down the A623. Anne Povell, who was out with her husband at Calver, saw someone who looked just like him. The A623 is a busy road. It's a shortcut from Manchester to Chesterfield, South Yorkshire and Nottinghamshire. That Sunday in Manchester, Nottingham Forest met Liverpool in a replay after the Hillsborough disaster, and police believe Michael was seen by a Forest supporter at about 5:15. He would have had very little money on him, no change of clothes, and, as far as anyone knows, no intention of leaving home.
Michael was a boy who sort of loved the family, although he wasn't ours. The relationship we built up with Michael made us feel pretty sure that Michael was one of ours. We'd had Mother's Day just gone, where he bought me a lovely plate with Mother on. And even up to the night before, when he gave me his kiss and cuddle, but he thought too much of us to put us through this. If Michael had run away, he would have contacted us. I do feel Michael's dead. Because, as I said before, he would contact us if he was okay. And I fear the worst.